You know what's funny? For years, the Ford Ranger, Toyota Hilux, and even the Amarok have walked around the UK like they own the pickup world. Untouchable, unchallenged, unbothered. But what if I told you a Discovery pickup just rolled in? And it doesn't look like it's here to compete. It looks like it's here to embarrass. This is the 2026 Discovery 100 pickup. And if this is real, the UK pickup market just got very uncomfortable. Welcome back to Accent Auto. Today we're looking at something that could genuinely shake up the Ranger, rattle the Hilux, and make a few big brands sweat quietly in their boardrooms. This is the Discovery 100 pickup, and it might just be the most provocative move Land Rover has made in years. Let's get into it. First, design, and let's not pretend this is subtle. This thing looks like it bench presses Rangers for breakfast. The front end keeps that unmistakable Discovery DNA. Squared shoulders, upright stance, bold grille, but everything's been dialed up. Chunkier, lower bumper, integrated skid plate in satin bronze, heavy-duty tow hooks, matrix LED signature with that aggressive halo DRL. It doesn't look lifestyle, it looks industrial. And then you notice the stance. 6'6" layout. Yes, 6 wheels. That alone shifts the entire conversation because the Ranger Raptor looks tough until this parks next to it. Wide arches, off-road rubber that actually means business. Deep gloss British racing green bodywork that reflects like glass. This isn't a chrome-heavy show pony, it's a statement. The side profile is long, planted, unapologetic. Roof-mounted light bar, heavy-duty sports roll bar, flat, clean pickup bedlines with Discovery stamped across the tailgate. It's premium, but it's also slightly intimidating. And in a segment full of working trucks, this feels like it was built to dominate job sites, not just visit them. Round the back, clean, squared LED taillights, no fuss, no gimmicks, just presence. And that 6'6" badge across the tailgate, that's not subtle branding. That's a warning. Underneath, proper towing hardware, serious suspension travel, ground clearance that makes curbs irrelevant. This isn't just a lifestyle pickup, it looks engineered to embarrass traditional workhorses. Now let's step inside, because this is where things get awkward for some competitors. You open the door and you're not stepping into a utility cabin. You're stepping into a luxury SUV interior. Quilted leather seats, contrast stitching, Discovery 6x6 embroidery, soft touch dash, carbon fiber accents, ambient lighting running through the doors. If you blindfolded someone and sat them in here, they'd guess Range Rover, not pickup. Large central touchscreen, off-road camera system, terrain mapping, dual-zone climate controls with rotary metal dials, wireless charging, digital instrument cluster. This isn't good for a truck. This is just good. Actually, more than good. It makes you question why some 45K pickups still have plasticky dashboards and screens that look like they're from 2017. The driving position is commanding, high, clear, confident. Steering wheel wrapped in perforated leather with proper tactile controls. Rear seats, still quilted, still premium, still Discovery branded. This isn't a stripped-out commercial vehicle, it's a luxury SUV that happens to carry half a ton in the back, and that changes the game. Performance. Now, obviously final UK specs would define everything, but let's be realistic, this won't come with something weak. Expect a high-output diesel V6 or possibly a hybrid-assisted setup. If Land Rover plays this smart, they'll give it torque that crushes the Ranger's numbers. We're talking serious towing capability, serious low-end grunt, serious off-road articulation. That 6'6" layout isn't just for Instagram, it means traction, it means stability, it means you can crawl through mud, snow, rock, and still drive home in comfort. The suspension setup alone would likely combine heavy-duty capability with air suspension refinement. So you get workhorse when you need it, executive cruiser when you don't, and that's something most pickups still struggle to balance. Now, off-road experience. Picture this in the Highlands: snow, mud, ruts, steep incline. With 6-driven wheels, torque distribution would be ridiculous. Where a standard 4x4 might spin and search for grip, this just grips and goes. Off-road camera system giving you underbody view. Terrain response modes tuned for rock crawl, mud ruts, sand. Approach angles? Serious. Departure angles? Proper. Water wading depth? Likely class-leading if engineered right. This isn't just competing with Hilux, it's stepping into Defender territory. And that's a bold move. Now, let's talk price, because that's where reality hits. If this lands in the UK, expect it well above standard Ranger pricing. You're not looking at $35K territory. You're likely looking north of $60,000, possibly closer to $70,000 depending on spec. But here's the twist. It's not targeting entry-level buyers. It's targeting business owners, high-end contractors, lifestyle buyers, farmers who want luxury, buyers considering Ranger Raptor or Amarok Aventura. And when you compare it to a fully spec'd Ranger Raptor pushing $57K, $60K, the gap doesn't feel outrageous anymore, especially when you factor in brand image. Let's be honest, a Discovery pickup badge carries weight. In the UK, that still matters. After sales, this is where Land Rover would need to be sharp. Strong warranty, competitive servicing packages, clear commercial support. If they offer 5-year warranty, service plans bundled, commercial VAT options, suddenly this becomes not just emotional, but logical. Land Rover dealerships across the UK already have infrastructure. If they treat it seriously as a pickup and not a novelty, it could work. But they'd need to prove reliability, because pickup buyers don't forgive mechanical drama. They buy trucks to work. Now, let's address the big claim. Toyota Hilux killer? That's bold. Hilux has a reputation built over decades. Indestructible image, global dominance, but image alone doesn't win modern UK buyers. Comfort, tech, interior quality, brand prestige. Those things matter more than ever. And in those areas, this Discovery pickup doesn't just compete, it escalates. Ford Ranger embarrassment? That depends. Ranger dominates UK sales. Raptor owns the performance pickup space. But if Land Rover builds this properly, with real torque, real durability, and real pricing strategy, the Ranger suddenly isn't the only status truck in town. And that is the real shock. Because this isn't just another pickup, it's a luxury brand stepping into a working-class segment and refusing to tone itself down. It doesn't apologize for being premium. It doesn't apologize for being aggressive. It doesn't apologize for being expensive. It simply shows up and says, "You thought you were top of the food chain? That's the disruption." So, is this the moment big pickup brands get uncomfortable? Possibly. Will it replace the Hilux overnight? No. Will it dent Ranger dominance? Maybe not immediately. But will it shift perception? Absolutely. And in markets like the UK, perception sells. If Land Rover actually brings the Discovery 100 pickup to production in this form, the UK market won't just be surprised. It'll be shaken. And some boardrooms might start holding emergency meetings. Let me know in the comments. Would you choose this over a Ranger Raptor? Over a Hilux GR Sport? Over an Amarok? Or is this just a luxury flex with 6 wheels? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe to Accent Auto, and turn on notifications. Because if the big brands get embarrassed again, you'll hear it here first. See you in the next one.